Hi, this is Liz Lord with Compass. If you're watching this video, it's probably because you now have a ratified contract for the purchase of a property. So, in this video, I wanted to walk you through some of the key steps that will lead to your closing, i.e., your purchase of your home at the end of the period of time that's stated in the contract. So, when you get under contract, what I'm going to do as your realtor is I'm going to forward the ratified contract to the selected title company as well as your loan officer. And each of those entities is going to start kicking off their respective processes. With the title company, typically the first step is for you to wire or drop off a cashier's check at the title company. And you're going to wire that earnest money deposit. That's going to be what's specified in the contract. That's money that's held in escrow. Um, the next piece of the process is you're going to apply for your loan. That is something you do within 7 days of a ratified contract, and that process is completely dictated by your loan officer. After those two pieces have been completed, if we have contingencies, I'm going to manage those contingencies. So those primary contingencies are going to be the home inspection contingency that will be specified over a number of days, and I'm going to manage that process. The appraisal contingency, which is pretty much managed by your loan officer, and the finance contingency that's also managed by your loan officer. If you're buying a condo or a townhouse, and those are subject to a condo association or a homeowners association, there are going to be documents that we're going to be entitled to receive from the seller, and we'll have a contingency associated with that. So, for example, if your closing is over a 21-day period, essentially I'm going to be acting as a traffic cop, if you will, moving all the pieces behind the scenes typically toward that designated closing date. Now, at least 3 business days prior to the closing, if you have a financed purchase, you're going to receive an initial closing disclosure from your lender. That is the input into the settlement statement, which is what the title company prepares to sort of manage and navigate the closing. That settlement statement is what will specify what are your credits and your debits for the purposes of closing. Typically, a couple of days before the designated closing date, you're going to want to wire your remaining down payment to the title company. Closing itself can happen remotely, depending on your lender, or it will happen at the title company's office or at another designated place that's convenient to you. Um, I'll probably talk in a separate video about the closing mechanics themselves, but if you have questions about this process from the ratified contract to the closing date, please be in touch.